if you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it?
Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting.
We will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof, because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom. So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes it can, why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not gonna call them. All this, mom, dad, I'm gonna look you in your face and say this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down, but I'm not gonna take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness just doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean, School Turnaround Principal, with my Saturday morning podcast. I am back. I'm back. I've been gone for a few weeks, doing things with my kids. On Saturday, they had a lot of activities, but I am back. I'm back. So come on in and hit that share button and let me know where you're coming from. Once again, we're coming live. We're coming live with my Saturday morning podcast. 16 things teachers need from their administrator. 16 things teachers need from their administrator. So hit that share button. I need every educator come on my podcast and let's talk. Let's have a good time. Give me a few minutes as I go ahead and bring everybody in. Just go ahead and give me a few minutes as I go ahead and bring all of my educators in. So just stay with me. Let me know where you're coming from. Let me get all my people in, all of my educators in on this morning. Yes. School's starting up, and I know that we are excited. We are excited. Got school starting up for a lot of schools out there. So just give me 1 second. I want to make sure my feed is good. Get everybody out there. I'm trying to let me know where you're coming from. Come on now. Let's share this love. Let me know where you're coming from. Oh, there we go. All right. Good morning, Dr. Houston. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Dr. Jeter. Good morning. Stay with me. I just want to, and make sure you share. Come on, this is going to be a good one. I got a lot of things to talk about, got a lot of things to discuss. Yep, and we're going to get started in 2 more minutes. Oh, I'm excited. Good morning, Miss Klein. Yes. All right, yep. We're about to jump in it real quick. Let me get all of my friends. And tag somebody. I was hanging out with the 2 doctors this week, and it was so cool. They're Dr. Houston and Dr. Taylor. They're doing some good work out there. They did a phenomenal job at a conference. Just brought the conference down. They had 3 sessions, and every session was filled. So I just want to give a big shout out to those 2 ladies out there that's doing some good work in education. All right. Let me just give me 1 second. I want to get my LinkedIn folks in. I got to get them LinkedIn folks in. They always say, don't forget about us. I'm not going to forget about you, LinkedIn folks. Come on in. All right, and hit that share button. Good morning, Miss Vincent. Good morning, Miss Boone. Good morning, Miss Perkins. I'm doing two computers. Good morning, Miss Ray. Good morning, Miss Smith. Good morning. Hit that share button, LinkedIn folks. Hit that share button. Hit that share button. Let everybody know that we're live. Let everybody know that we're live. It's only going to be 30 minutes, but I got a lot of good information to discuss. So just come on in. Come on in. Hit that share button, LinkedIn folks. LinkedIn folks, Twitter folks, and also my Facebook folks. All right. I think that we're good. Okay. All right. We're good. I think that we're good. And we're sharing. All right. Okay. All right. Just a few more in. All right. All right. Well, once again, good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt, School Turnaround Principal, with my Saturday morning podcast, 16 Things Teachers Need from Their Administrator. So I'm coming back. I was off for about 3 weeks, like I said, spending some family time. My kids had basketball games, basketball tournaments. So the basketball season is done. So now I'm back and I will be consistent. And I'm just loving it. School is starting all over the world. Some districts started a couple of weeks ago. The ones in Michigan, they'll be starting on Monday or in 2 more weeks. So we're in full school mode. So I got to share this information because 16 things teachers need from the administrator. This is very, very, very important. So I know I'm not going to get through all 16, but we're going to have a good discussion. So, but before we get into that, you know, I usually like to do some housekeeping notes. So I would like to just give a big shout out to, once again, the two doctors, Dr. Sheikha Houston, Dr. Tammy Taylor. They are doing some excellent work. I was with them for 3 days at a conference, and they were just top of the notch. All 3 of their sessions was packed. The information was just rich. I mean, if you are in school and you're looking for that reading instruction, you're looking for a school turnaround, they are the ladies for you. I was just outdone with the information, and they're just going to a whole nother level. So big shout out to them. Also, I got to give a big shout out to Dr. Oglesby from Newell Elementary. If you're a teacher educator from Newell Elementary, that's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Big shout out to you guys. I told you when I was coming back, I was going to brag about your school. They're going to a whole nother level. I mean, I cannot, man. She is really transforming education. So I just want to say big shout out to Dr. Oglesby and that team. Also, I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Kuhn and Principal Stanbrook and the whole TUSD staff. I was out there a couple weeks ago for the back to the school. I had a back to the school keynote, and it was excellent. Matter of fact, the news came out and they did a segment on what they're doing down there. So I just want to say, listen, Dr. Kuhn, Dr. Stanbrook, and the whole TUSD ISD district, that staff, that we call them the Philly Four. They know who they are, the Philly Four. Big shout out to you and what you're doing there. And also your academic achievement is going to the next level. So I cannot wait to keep working with your district this year. You know, we got some fun things happening. So thank you very much. Also, this week, I will be coming down to Detroit, my hometown. Give it up for Detroit. I'll be doing a professional development with a school in Detroit. So I cannot wait. A lot of times I don't get a chance to do PD in Detroit. I'm from Detroit. I don't get a chance. I'm in Florida. I'm in Arizona. I'm in Ohio. I'm in Texas. I'm all over the world. But it's always good to have that love for my hometown, So I'll be there. And then also I got a virtual PD this week. And then the next couple of weeks, I'll be in Texas. I'll be with Lori Klein and her team. So I'm excited. I am spreading the gospel of how we're going to improve education this year. So I just want to, before I get into it, I want to have you think about this one kind of topic. Schools are achieving at a high academic standard. They're achieving. Will you be the next school that's going to take the academic achievement to the next level? Are you going to be the next school? You know, are you going to be next school? School has started. Everybody's on a clean slate. Everybody's on a clean slate. I'm gonna say that again. Everybody's on a clean slate. You can be the next person to really take your school to the next level. You asked the question, Mr. Hurt, how can I do that? It's called using best practices. You cannot get around it. As a principal, as a leadership team, as a superintendent, you must implement best practices. If you are a principal and this is your first year, if you are a principal and you're asking the question, what do I need to do in order to improve my academic achievement? I got 9 months. These podcasts is very important. Inbox me. I brag about it all the time, but it's not a brag. But last year I worked with 9 schools. Every school that I worked with improved academically. Every school. And it wasn't a coincidence. It was things that they put in place in order to move the academic needle. Things you put in place. I am so frustrated because I'm seeing that schools, if you're doing the same thing over again, you're going to get the same results. And like I say, we're working hard, but we're not working smart. So that's my 2 cents. Take it for what it's worth. You have a clean slate. Let's get started. Inbox me. Inbox people that you feel that could come down and help your school. Do not be an island by yourself. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. Once again, let's hear that share button. Let everybody know I'm on. Let everybody know I'm on. Let's comment. 16 things teachers need from their administrator. You say, Hurt, you're talking about moving the academic needle. This is so important as a principal. And I always say this, for 16 years, I had to understand that I cannot do this by myself. I cannot teach 800 kids by myself. I need my teachers. I need my staff to understand my vision. So then how do I get buy-in? Well, the first thing that you have to get buy-in is that we have to understand what teachers need from us. What do teachers need from us as the administrator to be successful? So let's go ahead and jump in it. I'm gonna go slow. Oh, also I want to give a big shout out to my Pastor Carter Vaughn, my pastor from my church in Ypsilanti Restoration. I see he's on there. Thank you very much for all of the support. He's doing some good stuff. He's in the community, so I just want to give a big shout out. So let's go ahead and just jump in it. The first thing that a teacher needs from their administrator. First thing, and it's not even school. This is business 101. We're doing business 101. The first thing that you need is this. We need trust. I need, as a teacher, to know that I trust my administrator no matter what. If I'm a CEO, whatever I'm doing, I need trust. I need to be able to trust my administrator that he or she has my back. Write it down, please. Trust. And not just out of words, but out of actions. If I mess up as a teacher, will my principal hammer me upside the head and say you're no good? Or will they go ahead and sit down with me and explain how I can get better? Will my principal be consistent and not talk about me behind my back? I've seen it many times. Principals will talk about their teachers behind their back to other teachers. How can you really build trust? How can you really say, hey, we are a collaborative team if I have my principal talking about me behind my back? The first one is called trust. All right, write it down. Write it down. Trust. You say, Hurt, yes, it is simple, but we don't do it. If you are a principal, you must know, your teachers must know that you can be trusted. They must know that. All right. Next one is this. Let me kind of I got a lot of people. Make sure you hit them comments. Trust. Next one. Don't show favorites. Don't show favorites. That's something that I learned from the beginning. I had to make sure that if I said that the meeting started at 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody had to be there at 8 o'clock. I could not show favorites. You cannot, it's not cool, because once the teachers see that you have favorites, then that's going to cause a divide among your staff. Be consistent with what you're doing. Be consistent. Let everybody know this is what we are doing. I don't have favorites. Now, of course, you have some teachers that will perform better than others. I get that. I get it. I get it. I get it. And those teachers need to be honored. Those teachers need to be rewarded. Those teachers need to be talked about. But don't show favors. Don't say, all right, we have Mrs. and I'm always we have Mrs. Potato Plant. You're showing favor to Miss Potato Plant, but everybody knows that she's the worst teacher on the staff. Everybody knows that she yells at the kids. Everybody knows that she's kicked the kids out. When they walk in the hallway and they see her, they see that the class is unruly. So how can you show favors to somebody that everybody knows that this person is struggling as a teacher? And then on top of that, don't show favors and you promoting people within your organization, within your business to the next level because they're your friend. I'm going to say that again. Don't promote people within your building to go from a teacher to say a coach to an AP because he or she is your friend. That is the worst thing. That will break everything. That will break the trust. That will break everything. That will mess up who you are. Your credibility as an administrator will go down the tubes when you start doing that. Do not play favorites with your staff. This is the beginning of the year. You can do this. Do not play favorites with your staff. Thank you, Dr. Jeter. She's putting it up there. Build trust. Don't show favoritism. Yes. Thank you, Dr. Jeter. Because once again, it's about learning. It's about learning. I want everybody to learn. If you are a principal and you're trying to move, I always go back to this. You're trying to increase academic achievement. This right here is so important. The principals that I worked with last year, the year before that, the last 5 or 6 years, they all had these characteristics. That was one of the reasons why they are improving their school. That's why the Dr. Oglesby's, the Dr. Coombs, the list goes on and on. The Miss Stanbrooks, and then some of the other ones, the Dr. Tammy Tellers. All of these people are principals in their building. All of these people are showing these type of characteristics. So why do we need to switch up? Why do we need to do something different when we could just model what success looks like? Makes sense to me? All right. Next one. I got a lot of stuff. Give the teachers time to plan and do away from other distractions and busy work. Teachers need time to plan and do away with all of these distractions and this busy work. Well, what you mean by that, Mr. Hurt? Scale down their workload so they can plan to teach. A lot of times in schools, we have teachers doing all of these things that does not relate to teaching, not one bit. And we give them all this busy work that does not relate to anything. We have them 5-10 meetings a week during their prep time. I had to understand, I said, I'm going to have one meeting a week with my staff. And that was every Monday from 3:30 to 4:30. Everything else, I wanted them to have their prep time. I wanted them to have their lunch time. I wanted them to be able to plan. I wanted them to be able to sit in their room and just look at their stuff, check papers, call parents. I did not give them a whole bunch of stuff. And when I realized that if I take away all these things that did not add to academic achievement, my teachers were so happy. Look at the schedule of administrators. Look at all of these meetings that we're having these teachers attend. And the meetings that we're having the teachers attend are the same meetings that they had on Monday. We're talking about the same thing on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. That 35 to 40 minutes can be time for the teachers to go back and just plan in their classroom, to reflect, to get something to eat. They're hungry, to get something to eat, to get some water, to be able to sit back and drink some water and just reflect. Time needed to plan and do away with other distractions and busy work. You remember when you was a teacher. I remember when I was a teacher. I needed time, but then I would have to go to this meeting, that meeting, that meeting, that meeting. Come on now. We're going to get better. Come on. Yes, yes. I'm hearing people getting comments. Let's comment. Yes, we need time to plan. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Next one. This is important. Demonstrate honesty with your staff. Demonstrate honesty with your staff. Word get around very quick in your school. So answer the same questions the same way with everyone. It's called being consistent with your word. Demonstrate honesty. You cannot say, all right, we're going to do one thing with the 6th and 7th grade, and then in 8th grade, we're doing something different. Be consistent, be honest with what you're doing. They will respect you if you demonstrate honesty with your staff. Be consistent with everything that you are doing. Now, they don't have to agree with it. Listen to me very closely. They don't have to agree with it, but be honest with your staff. Be honest with your staff. Be honest with your staff. And that's something that I said, when I was a principal, I said, listen, you might not have to agree with it, but you know that when I tell you something, it's going to be consistent across the board. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to put it out on the table. I'm going to let you know where I stand with it, but I'm going to be, it won't be no confusion on where I stand with this, whether it's curriculum, whether it's my NWA or iReady assessment data, whether it's my STATA data, whether it's me dealing with teachers, dealing with students, our PBIS policy, our special education department, how our school is our custodians, my secretary, everything you know regarding a school, you're going to know where I stand with it. I'm not going to hem and haw. I'm not going to beat around the bush. You will know. And when I started to do that, everybody, follow me very closely, my teachers started to respect me. It wasn't my words, it was my actions behind that. Yes, Tammy Taylor, honesty is yes, honesty is definitely the best policy. I'm not saying they have to agree with you, but just be honest because they will respect you. Agreement, they will respect you and they will understand that you are making the best decisions for the students and for the staff at your school. I'm going to say this again. You are making the best. Write it down, somebody. Now I'm talking, yeah, Dr. Sheik Hughes, I'm talking good. You are making the best decisions for the students and staff at that school. Stand up in front of all 80 of your staff members and 800 of your students and say, I am making the best. Sean Hurt, principal such and such, I am making the best decisions for 800 students at this school and for 75 staff members. When you can say that and look everybody in the eye, that's when they will respect you. That's when they will get behind you and support you 110%. Yes. Next one. Spread the workload fairly. Don't punish me for a job well done. Just because I am hard work and capable, don't come to me to be on every committee and help to solve every problem. It is not fair to give me the difficult, hard-wrenching cases year after year because I do a good job. If I am a superstar teacher, don't give me somebody else's workload. Spread the workload fairly among the staff. That's a lot of times teachers say that because I'm good. Now I got to get all of these kids because I'm good. I got to get all of this stuff. We have to make everybody good on the staff. We can't say, all right, we're going to give these 5 teachers everything and these 20 teachers don't have the same workload. Because every 2 weeks, let's keep it real, they're not going to share their check. I'm going to say this again. Every 2 weeks, When the teachers get their check, they don't say, oh, you took my workload, here's 15% of my check or 20% of my check. That doesn't work like that. So as administrator, we have to be very clear. Like, all right, we're going to share this workload among everybody. Among everybody. If teacher X got three kids in their classroom, that's active, high active. Well, teacher Y gonna get 3. Teacher M gonna get 3. Teacher B everybody gonna get a share of kids that have a lot of activity in their behavior. I'm not gonna say, all right, Miss Potato Plant, you gonna get 15 of the kids that have high activity, and Miss Smith, you're only gonna have 1. That's not fair. That's not sharing the workload. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I am talking about regarding that. Sharing, spread the workload fairly among the staff. Among the staff. That's another thing that teachers need from the administrator. When you can articulate that and say, I am sharing this equally among the staff, then everybody will respect what you're doing. Everybody will respect what you are doing. All right, stay with me. I got 6 more minutes. This is good. Go, you know what? Go ahead and hit that share button. Let's pause for a second. Hit that share button. Let me know if what I'm saying is resonating to you as an educator. Let me know what I'm saying, if this is resonating to you as an educator, because like I said, for this year and moving forward, every podcast I am doing, I want to make sure that it has impact on you as an educator. I want impact. That's my new thing, impact. I want you to be able to, on Monday, take this with you and share it at your staff meetings. I want you to share it with your principal or share it with your superintendent. I'm not here to motivate. I need impact. We got to move these schools. Let me know. Let me know if this is good. All right. Next one that teachers want from the administrators is they need help and support. Talk with me and give me ideas for improvement. Don't just go ahead and just talk to me when you're doing your evaluation, but talk to me and give me ways for improvement. Give me feedback, and not just once every month or something like that, but give me feedback. How can I improve? Give me feedback. Let me know what PDs I can go to. Just come and talk to me one-on-one. Sometimes what I did was that I will always go to the classroom and talk to the teacher. Never invite teachers to my office for fee. I would go down to their classroom and sit down and just give them some feedback. Hey, how's everything coming along? Hey, I noticed that you did these 2 things good. I saw it, but on this area, let's kind of work on that. Let me model this for you. Or know what? I saw this article. Let me give this to you. Read it. I think that this can help you. Feedback. Give them help them. Put it down. Help them get better. Help them get better. Even your superstar teachers, help them go to the next level. Yes, give them, yes. Just help them, and not just during the evaluation time. Give them feedback. Just it could be for 2 minutes. Hey, I saw that you did. Your kids was engaged. I saw that you were circulating around in your classroom. You keep doing that. Your bi-weekly or weekly assessments, I know that your kids will be proficient on that test because you have good classroom strategies that's leading to good academic achievement. Give them that feedback and keep on giving that feedback. So then when you have to talk to them about something that they need to work on, is not, I'm coming down with the hammer or anything like that. They will trust you to say, you know what, this person truly cares that I will become a better teacher. Just help them. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. Because I got 2 minutes. So I'm going to do part 2 next week. But I'm gonna need us. Come on, let's spread this word. Let's let everybody know about the work that's taking place. Also, if you'd like for me to come out to your school to do some training, this is what I do. I'm School Turnaround. I want to help schools all over the world. If you have not picked up my book, go ahead and pick it up. I got a new one coming out in 1 more month. So I'm gonna have 2 books out, but pick this up from my website. Thank you very much for all of your work and all of your support. This year is going to be a fantastic year. I cannot wait. Inbox me. Like I said, if you want me to come to your school, inbox me. Let's get this work. And make sure you go ahead to my good friends, Create and Educate at 10:30. Make sure you join the podcast and in Principal Cafe at 11. And also, we have Josh Tarver Sunday at 7. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. Thank you very much for all the support. We're having a good school year. I'm fired up. I'm pumped up. I cannot wait to the end of this year that every school that's on my podcast, everybody that's on my podcast, you will at the end of the year tell me that you have increased academic achievement at your school. Once again, I'm going to say this one more time. Every person that's hearing my podcast, every person that's watching my podcast, that's been with me for many, many years, this is the year that your school will go to the next level. This is the year that you will have high academic achievement. Do not, and I'm going to say this again, do not wait. Inbox me, email me, call me. Do what you got to do to say, Hurt, I need these strategies. Let's talk. Let's work it out. And I'm there for you. All right. Thank you very much. And I will see you same time next week, 10 o'clock, Sean Hurt School turnaround with my Saturday morning podcast.